Right, so we started very interesting. We started Siman number 72, good number. And our topic is sanctity of Shabbos, preparation for Shabbos. Okay. We went Siman number 2. And it says, whoever publicly desecrates Shabbos is classified as idolater for all purposes. If he touches the wine, he renders it forbidden. Bread that he bakes is like a bread by idolater. Likewise, any dish that he cooks is like the food food cooked by idolater. See the Siman Torah 8, where the halachas regarding bread and food prepared by idolater are set out. Okay, we'll learn it. It is considered. Actually, we learn in more details in our class Kosher Kitchen about bread baked by idolater. Okay, so we said there is just quickly. We said there are two kind of breads. One bread is baked by a householder. Householder meaning your neighbor, so you cannot eat that bread. And there is a second type of bread that is baked by commercial baker, right? So from this commercial baker, under certain circumstances, yes, you can buy. Okay. So, but this Jew who does not observe Shabbos is 100% like a goy. 1 second. 100% like a goy. Okay. Okay, let's see. If it is considered a public violation if done before 10 Jews. This does not only mean that he actually desecrates Shabbos in their presence, rather it is considered public if they are aware of the transgression. So that's like all of the clowns like in my life. This Chabadnik said no, only bifaresia, when 10 people has to see him, have to see him going out of the house and start his car and drive. Come on, you understand? So if 10 people knows that he's still driving, right? So that's it. He's Michal Shabbos. As I remember, we were traveling in the States and in the West Coast, right? In the West Coast. So in the West Coast, and it was a show, very nice show, very friendly, like huge show, huge. It's very interesting. They build a complex around the show, and they have apartments. So some elderly people who retired, so actually moved to these apartments. So now, I mean, they're next to shul, like in some sense, the Jewish community, very interesting. And some people just rent these apartments for Shabbos only, right? I mean, of course, they pay for the full months, but they stay only for Shabbos and Sunday. I don't know, right? It's very interesting. Right, and some people. So when we finished praying, so we went out of the shul, and I see some people like going to the cars, right? And the car is parked like behind the shul because somebody invited us. So we were walking with these people, and these people were so friendly. These people who drove. So I asked our host, we have to say something. Because there are other people walk them out and they standing next to the car and chit-chatting nicely, smiley, and it's not right. It's not right. He said, no, they're not ready. You don't understand. Don't say anything. Of course, I mean, I did not say anything. I mean, it's not my community, but I told the host, but you have to say something. I mean, they're not ready, but if you don't say anything, at least they have to know that they're not allowed to drive on Shabbos, right? If they say maybe for 1 month, for whatever, I mean, nobody can force them to stop, but at least they must know that you're not approving this. Okay. So meaning if 10 people know that this person is considered Michal Shabbos. Okay. See Shach Yoredeya 157.4. Okay, continue. This is clear from the Gemara Halachic authorities regarding the question in Gemara Sanhedrin 74b. But the incident involving Queen Esther was public. Okay, it was public. So we're going to see what is the instance. So too does the Pri Magadim, right, in Yorach Deya, Siman 2, Sifrei Das 17. A violation is considered public if it is either done before 10 Jews, or even if it is done privately, but the transgressor knows that it will be publicized. Right? It's not like people would find out. Okay. Okay, so let's see from the beginning, and we see the commentary and try to explain. Okay, so from the beginning. Whoever publicly desecrates Shabbos is classified as idolater for all purposes. Number 6. And many people, many religious people, modern Orthodox, all these YU people, right? They say don't say that it's not true. Say, how is it? How come it's not true? Yeah, it's not true. So and it's what we learn. It's Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. It's a simple halacha. I mean, it's not halacha. It's halacha. It's not simple it's straightforward. It's basic halacha. So Kitzur Shulchan Aruch is the foundation for all of the halacha. Of course, on each of the whatever he said, you can go deeper and deeper and deeper, but foundation you have, right? Classify idolater for all purposes. Commentary. This does not apply to one who is unaware of his actions are prohibited. Right, Siman 94 and 97, as we said. So, like before a rebuked person, so like maybe a person did not know that it is prohibited. So, but if one of the known sins, right, that he does, so of course we cannot assume, we cannot say that he did not know. Authorities different in opinion as to whether it is also included violation of Shabbos laws of rabbinical origin. What is that rabbinical origin? Some muktzah, I guess. I mean, I think everybody knows about muktzah, even people who just started the day before yesterday. I think. I mean, they didn't know all of the details, but they would know that something that's prohibited on Shabbos we do not touch. Even though, according to laws of muktzah, you can move under some things under certain circumstances, but many people know about muktzah, so I'm not sure what it would be. So I guess maybe pet your animal, right? So you have a dog, pet your dog on Shabbos. Okay, maybe like this. Okay. So because you're not pulling off the hair from the fur, you're not. You just pet, but it's inevitably most likely that you're going to pull. Okay. So continue. So if he touches wine, it renders forbidden. Commentary. This applies even if one observes all of the mitzvahs and desecrates Shabbos only for the sake of monetary gain. Or for the purpose making of living. So before we continue, it's a very, very important point in this. It's in a commentary. So it says in Igras Moshe or Chaim 3, chapter 22, Yorach Deya, volume 4, chapter 53, and section 58, section 3. So let's explain this part. So okay. So this applies even if I observe other mitzvahs, desecrate Shabbos out of for monetary gain and purpose, or for the purpose making a living. So a person basically he goes to work on Shabbos, right? He observes all of the mitzvah kosher and he comes on an early minyan and right, and after that early minyan, he goes over for Shabbos because his boss say if you don't come on Shabbos, you go don't come on Monday, right? And so the point is that in some cases, a person is not considered to be apicorus if he does something because of tava, because he has these desires for something. For example, a person eats non-kosher. Non-kosher, I don't know, like he goes to McDonald's, goes to Burger King, and eats non-kosher because they're tasty, because they smell this and that. I don't know, like good looking, whatever he likes the food. So in this case, he's not considered to be apicorus. He's apicorus maybe in one halacha, but in general we can still account for him for a minyan and stuff like that and other things. But why? Because he does it out of desires, so he cannot control his desires. But if that person said, no, I want I want to eat this non-kosher meat because nobody should tell me what to do. Right? All meat is good. It's kosher animal. It's cow, and who cares how it died? Whether it was electrocuted or shkita, it's irrelevant. Okay, it's meat. It's clean. There is no blood, and I'm going to eat it. And I don't need you to tell me what to do. So in this case, yeah, he's he's epicurus, and we don't count him in a minyan if he said that, because he goes directly like against Hashem. But if it's only because of his desires, of your desires, so we don't count them like they go against Hashem. So here in concerning Shabbos, the Shabbos is one of the covenants, right? One of the most important covenants between the Hashem and His people, right? So this excuse is not going to work. So a person goes to work not because he wants to desecrate Shabbos, but because he has no choice. He has to work on Shabbos, right? Or to for the sake of monetary gain. So it's not him, but I don't know. The market is open only on Shabbos, the fair, right? Only on Shabbos, one day, because the goyim want to rest on Sunday. Okay. So all of this, despite all of these excuses, so it's not against Hashem, but because of his greed, for example, or because he has no choice and he's afraid that he's going to lose his job. So it's still he's considered this Michal Shabbos and like an idolater. So continue. The laws of wine touched by idolater set in Siman 47. Okay. So. Right, we're going to discuss it as well. So that's very, very important to know. Okay, so we're going back to the text again. The whole sentence: if he touches the wine, it renders forbidden. Right. So meaning when just to remind us what we said before, wine meaning non-cooked wine. All right. So, but if it says mivushal on the back. Right. So sometimes it says on the front, right? But most of the time I think it says on the back mivushal. That's it. So meaning mivushal meaning it was cooked. There is no problems. He can pick it up and he can shake it, shake the bottle, and he can pour it to you and to himself. And even when non-Jew touches that wine, there is no problem, right? But it's especially in olden days. Wine was not cooked. Was not. Did anybody cook wine? I think so. But mostly it was not cooked. Right. The bread that he bakes is like the baked bread by idolater. Commentary. This ruling is a matter of dispute. For the further discussion, see appendix of Kitzur editorial glosses, Igras Mashe, Yoredeya, end of 45, beginning of 46. Okay, no problem. So bread is a dispute, and also as we learned in our class kosher kitchen, even if this person cooked for us, right? It's like there is some discount if the. I mean, actually, it's same as a non-Jew. I mean, if it was he was supervised, right? No, forget it. right? Only if it was his supervised. Likewise, any dish that he cooks, like the dish cooked by idolater. Okay. But yes, he still says, see the sources cited in the previous note. Okay, no problem. See above Siman 38, where this halachas regarding the bread or food prepared by adulterer are set out. Okay, it is considered. It is continued. It is considered public violation when it's done before 10 Jews. So public is a minyan. And very interesting commentary from Igras Moshe. Very interesting. He said even non-observant Jews. So these non-observant Jews, they know each other. They know who is who. Meaning, and they know that he's like us. He's our buddy. He drives on Shabbos. That's his business is open, right? What is the word? 1 second. I forgot what is the word. It's not basic. And there is special word that they use. I think only in States, maybe in other places too. For the minyan that is early on Shabbos, right? Whatever is it? It slipped off my mind. So this still in some shuls. My shul also, but I go there. They have this early Shabbos minyan. Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says that on Shabbos a person has to cannot start like a regular day, like a 6:30 or something. Or before 6:30. So on Shabbos you have to start a little later, to show that this day is different, right, from regular days. But these people start very early, even later than different days. And what is the name? I forgot. So because why? It's this actually the custom from olden days, when people in America, Jews in America, when they came in the beginning of 20th century, end of 19th century, right, and middle of 19th century. So it was industrial revolution, right? And they had to all of the factories, and all the factories worked 6 days a week, meaning Monday through Shabbos, right? On Sunday, of course, this Christian rested. So I mean, for Jews, it was very hard, very hard not to work on Shabbos. So and that's why they had this special minyan. Unfortunately, so people would pray, right? Read from the Torah, pray, and then go to work. Unfortunately, so and today, in the shul when I joined, I said, "You see this? You have this minyan?" Yeah. So I asked this guy, one of the top founders of this minyan. I mean, not top founders. This shul is very old. I mean, one of the top guys that is running the minyan. I said, but you know that's what this minyan associates with. He said, no, it's not like that. It's been a long time ago, 100 years ago. You're so outdated. We're not like that. Nobody's from us goes to work. I said, I don't suspect anybody from you go to work, but for you keeping this tradition, that's Hashkafa minyan. Hashkafa. Right? So I said, but for you to keep this tradition is a problem. It gives a better impression. Of course, nobody knows the history of these Hashkafa minyans, but that's the issue. That's the issue. This does not only mean that he actually desecrated the Shabbos in their presence, meaning in front of the 10 Jews, and in a commentary said even non-observant Jews, right? Rather, it's considered the public if they are aware of the transgression. So, meaning you saw him do this sin on this day, I saw him on another day. So, 10 of us, the neighbors know, what is the problem? We had this clown living right next door to me, a Jew, big lawyer, top lawyer, very, very important, very loud, very obnoxious. Baruch HaShem, he moved out, right? And sometimes he would go when I was going to that shul, like next to my house, so he would go, like, of course, to that shul. So he did not drive. I mean, but they had 3 cars, in a rich family. 3 cars, and somebody would come and pick up his children. So he would walk the children to the car because grandparents would take them. His wife would drive, but he instructed her because he was like, I heard him like instruct her not to park next to the house because we will see. Right, and it was so like obnoxious because this guy was afraid that I'm going to see my wife or my family is going to see him driving on him, not him but his wife on a car. But Hashem says he did not care, and that's of course very very sad situation. And he knew that I knew, and we had this relationship. Baruch Hashem, he sold the house, moved out. Right. But did we see him drive? Did we see him violating the Shabbos? Me personally, I did not see him. Maybe opening door in the car. Right. Yeah. This was the one. I mean, like letting his children drive with somebody else in the car. So for sure, it's Shabbos Desecrates. And if he does not care, and he does it in public, it's not like, I don't know, he watches TV in his bedroom, like nobody sees, or uses computer. No, it's like in public, in the street. We have a street where people park, people walk, right? And he let this his children take a car right there in the street. Everybody saw. This is clear. From the Gemara and halachic authorities. Okay. Right, so regarding this question, Gemara in Sanhedrin 74b, meaning that when 10 people know, that's enough. When it says, but the incident of involving Queen Esther wasn't public, and let's see. The Gemara is addressing the ruling that in certain cases one must give up his life rather than sin publicly. Right. The Gemara then questioned this assertion from the question of Queen Esther, who did not give up her life rather than cohabit with King Ahasuerus. This question makes sense only if the public knows, publicly known act is considered to have performed publicly. Right. So if she was a beautiful woman and she was queen, the wife of the king. So to say that they did not have relations, okay, you can say whatever you want, right? But was anybody present when they had relations? No, right? But everybody knew that's what was going on. Okay. So why she did not sin? That's a different story. Okay. And she was not obligated to give up her life because for women it's different. So women, if they're forced, I mean, it's not like they do willingly because they're passive in this act. But a man cannot be passive, right? Meaning, if he did the act, so he did it willingly. So that's and he must give up his life and not to do it. So that's a huge difference between men and women in this situation. So continue. So too Das Pri Megadim, right? In Yorach Deya, Siman 2, Sifrei Das 17. A violation is considered public if it is either done before 10 Jews, like literally 10 Jews, or even if it is done privately, but transgressor knows that it will be publicized. Okay, so what way is it? So I mean, it's like sometimes it's very painful to see, very very painful to see. I tell you. We have that Rosh Hashanah 2 days, right, and plus Shabbos, so 3 days. We did not post anything. But of course there are people who are non-Jews and they would go to channel and they can watch whatever they want from material before. But unfortunately, I saw some people who consider it to be our students. They left us commentary, good commentary. I mean, it's nice that the left us good commentary, but unfortunately, it was on Friday, which was Rosh Hashanah, unfortunately. Right? So did I see them violation? No, but most likely YouTube would not lie, and this timestamp is true, unfortunately. Okay. So let's continue. Let me quickly check time. Quickly, 1 second. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so try to do one more. And it says, number 3. Therefore, prophet Yeshayahu prophet Yeshayahu praises one who observes Shabbos and says, Yeshayahu 56:2, fortunate is the man who does this, and the person who grasps it. He safeguards the Shabbos from desecration, etc. Whoever safeguards Shabbos according to its laws and honors it to make it delightful, commensurate with his abilities. His reward is also clearly expressed by the prophet. Even that which he will receive in this world, aside from the great reward that is presently hidden, there is a set aside, to be awarded in the world to come. As the verse says, also in Isaiah 58, 13 and 14, if you restrain your food because it is Shabbos, that's part of the Kiddush, right? Refrain from accomplishing your own needs on my holy day. If you proclaim the Shabbos a delight and the holiday of HaShem honored, and you honor it by not engaging in your affairs. That's our morning Kiddush, right? By seeking your own needs or discussing the forbidden, then you will delight in Hashem, and I will mount you astride the heights of the world. And I will provide you the heritage for your forefather Yaakov on the mount that Hashem has spoken. For the mouth of Hashem has spoken. Okay, so let's do this from the beginning, this commentary, and we're going to explain. So it's foundation, of course. It's how important the Shabbos for a Jew, and if somebody wants to proclaim themselves religious Jews, and nobody for example, they have a store, right? Food store, doesn't matter what store. They sell cell phones, I know, furniture they sell. So, and he would not say, I keep kosher, right? He would not say, I pray 3 times a day. He would not say that I pray, I learn Torah every day, right? What would he say? Shomer Shabbos, right? So usually it says in Hebrew, right? So in Hebrew, because other people should not care. Right, it's the Shomer Shabbos. So with this proclamation, meaning that I'm kosher Jew. Yeah, but maybe he does not eat kosher. Most likely he does. So if a person does this, the most important pillar, observe of the Judaism, most likely he does everything else. But at least for sure he's most likely that he is kosher Jew. Most likely. Okay. So again, there's 3 from the beginning with commentaries and explanations. Therefore, the prophet Yeshayahu praises the one who observes Shabbos, as it says in Isaiah 56:2. Fortunate is the man who does this, right? So, meaning even in the days of Yeshayahu, not everybody was observant people, right? So he said, praise the man who does this, and the person who grasps it and safeguards Shabbos from desecration, etc. So, meaning the person who grasps the Shabbos and protect from desecration, Shabbos in return, Shabbos in double quotes, would protect him. And Hashem said, "Oh, that's what you want? You want to observe my Shabbos? I'm going to provide you with opportunity to do that." So, but as it says, the person who comes to purify himself, they're going to help him from Shamayim a lot. The person who comes to purify himself, they also not going to stop and provide him all of the opportunity to make himself impure, for sure. right? So when we observe Shabbat, it's not like for HaShem that he needs it. He does not need it, right? It's all for us because only we benefit from it. We benefit from not doing things, from not doing business, from not working. Whoever safeguards the Shabbos according to its laws, what does it mean? According to as we learn, as we're going to continue learning on tomorrow, right? All of the 39 prohibitions. Guarded meaning when it says guarded meaning not to do negative commandments. Okay, right. 1 second. Here's a Shabbos from Desecration. Okay, whoever safeguards Shabbos according to its law and honors it and make it delightful, commensurate with his abilities. Honors it. So now we're talking about positive commands like Kiddush, right? And honor it preparation for Shabbos. So you take a haircut in honor of Shabbos. You cut your nails in honor of Shabbos. You wear different special Shabbos clothing in honor of Shabbos. Right. So now we're talking about positive commandments. Okay, Shabbos delightful. So right, and why would you do all of this honoring? Because you wanted to make it delightful, commensurate with your abilities. So of course, people with big imunah, and they would say, "Hashem, you pay anyway. Who cares? I'm going to buy whatever you want, right?" And you're going to borrow from other people, and Shulchan Aruch says yes. On one hand, it says go and borrow. Hashem said it's on my account. I'm going to pay back, but only if you're a person of big imunah. But another place says don't borrow. It's not good to depend on tzedakah. So it's better to honor Shabbos with a small fish, right? Something different. Like it's small fish, usually not very expensive, right? So all you can afford small fish, like on Shabbos, but not on other days. So they honor with that, right? So again, it says commensurate with your ability. But if person is rich or not like mediocre, I mean, a person is what is it, like middle class? So you're not allowed to. I mean, of course you're allowed, but you should not to buy this small fish or so. So you have to spend more lavishly to say that to show that it's a feast, it's a special meal, it's like a special occasion for me. So his reward is also clearly expressed by the prophet, meaning that person who protects Shabbos and respects Shabbos. Protects meaning stay away from negative commandments. Respect meaning to do the positive commandments. Even that which will receive in this world. So meaning not only like in the world to come, but also as we said many times before, reward is going to be even in this world. And all of the blessings, if you read the blessings from the Torah, Hashem did not say that not one time he said only in the world to come are going to reward. No, he said if you follow my commandments, you're going to have this. Your wife is not going to miscarry. You're going to have a good fortune. You're going to have like animals, a lot of animals, a lot of produce, this and that. Like a good land, you're going to have many kids. All of this beautiful, the neighbors are not going to bother you. All of these blessings in this world, but not the next, of course, needless to say, but even in this world. So aside from the great reward that is presently hidden, okay, there is a set aside to be rewarded in the world to come. Okay, to be rewarded in the world to come. No problem. As the verse states, right, if you restrain your food because it is Shabbos, right, so if you restrain your food because it's Shabbos, so meaning restrain your food, meaning don't do anything, like from the forbidden. There is you refrain walking on Shabbos out of the Tchum, Shabbos boundary, right. So a Shabbos boundary, as just to remind us, what does it mean Shabbos boundary? Shabbos boundary is 2,000 amos from the outskirts of the town. So inside of the town, settlement, you can walk as much as you want. So if you live in a big city, like from one end to another, 3 hours walk, 6 hours walk, yes. So that's not a problem. Of course, it's not an honor of Shabbos to spend all your energy, all your time to walk. But technically, you did not desecrate anything. But beyond the tchum, beyond this 2,000 amos, so 2,000 amos is, I think it's approximately 4.6 miles or 1 kilometer, a little less than 1 kilometer. Right, so it's not far, but it's from outskirts of the town. Okay. Or if somebody is camping, right? What does it mean camping? Camping means if you're driving somewhere, you got stuck in traffic, and Shabbos it is nightfall, so you cannot drive any longer. So the first thing that you must do is disconnect your battery, right? Otherwise, you would not be able to go out of the car because the lamp, the light is going to go on. So first you disconnect your battery and you camp there. So and from that place you can walk 2,000 hours. Okay, so hopefully it's never going to happen to us, but it happened to people. People get stuck, especially in the summer. Big traffic going, people go away for a weekend. Yes. Okay. So again, if you restrain your food because it is Shabbos, refrain from accomplishing your own needs on my holy day. If you proclaim Shabbos a delight, meaning it's not like, oh, again Shabbos. No. You're looking forward, right? Meaning you enjoy it. You must make Shabbos an enjoyable day. So meaning, do some activities that are enjoyable. And that is why, I don't remember who, maybe it was Chafetz Chaim, that he said that newspapers, like even though in our laws that we learn on in the Wednesday class that newspapers are not allowed, but he said all the business-like material is not allowed. But he said this: if a person enjoy these newspapers, this politics that goes in this country, that country, especially in olden days when that was the only entertainment. So yeah. He said if he's otherwise he would speak forbidden, so let him read the newspaper because he enjoys it so much. Okay, so I mean for a normal person it would be forbidden, but for that person Amaharitz would be permitted. Right, so delight, meaning that you have to enjoy on Shabbos, do whatever is enjoyable, hopefully studying Torah and spending time with your family. And the holy day that HaShem honored. And you honor it by not engaging in your own affairs. So all of these weekday activities, don't do. Right? Do holy things. Be holy on Shabbos. From seeking your needs or discussing the forbidden. So even discussing business on Shabbos is forbidden. Doing some calculations, right? For example, for the sake of mitzvah is not forbidden. For example, you need to raise money for something, right? And the only time you have all these people in the shul is Shabbos. So of course you can discuss, we need air conditioner, this and that. So please help us, and then people can bid on it, right? And not bid, but can offer some money, right? No problem. So commentators say these three categories of observation: honoring Shabbos by refraining from engaging in your affairs, so on, seeking your needs, and discussing forbidden are all expanded upon Siman 90. Okay, so it's 72 now. So I mean, the laws of Shabbos, there is, of course, as we understand, it's a lot. Even though, as Kitzur told us, it's not. So don't assume if you cover all of this Kitzur from the beginning of the laws of Shabbos, you're going to be expert. Absolutely not. He just pick and choose some laws that people are not aware of or not careful with, because he writes this book in a very concise manner. right? Then you will delight in Hashem, and I will mount you astride the heights of this world, and I will provide you the heritage of your forefathers Yaakov. So it's our morning kiddush, right? Shabbos morning kiddush. For the mouth of Hashem has spoken. Ki Hashem diber. Okay. So I think we can stop here.